anniversary with the election of President Barack Obama. He called us to service as there remains much work to do to end unemployment, poverty, and crime in our communities. There's so many books on how we can accomplish this. But this year, everyone's raving about this summer's hottest new book, The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America by Chicago's own Emmanuel Barbee. A graduate of Northeastern Illinois University, Barbee addresses key ways we back our families and communities. But unlike so many other books on this topic, Barbee captivates his reader, presenting solutions through a riveting life story. It's entertaining, it's different, it's exciting. The perfect book club selection. Don't be left out. Get your copy of The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America. Order today at Amazon.com.
Welcome to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbee. Before I jump into my presentation, I would like to encourage at least 10 people on my friends list or 10 people in my social groups to consider hosting my show with me during GRCAM 29th anniversary on November 10th. If you're serious about co-hosting the show with me, please send me your email address to my Facebook inbox. I prefer that we do a mock podcast near the last week of October. This podcast is about elevating the Black community through storytelling, beginning with my own story. Hood Liberator Made in Chicago, the war against Willie Lynch begins. We're trying to raise capital so that we can produce, promote, and provide job opportunities for our young people through our future films and stage plays. The support we will receive is historical, revolutionary, meaningful, and shall rival that of past Black businesses. We are sincerely grateful to all of our supporters, no matter how big or small the donations are. The Grassroots Community Activist Institute will be the business of creating docudramas, short films, theater, photography, fine arts, music, poetry, literature, sculpture, and dance for inner city youth. Change begins with the stories we tell. This will be the part of our work. Consider becoming a monthly contributor to our Patreon page or PayPal page. We are excited to partner with Teespring on there. We have a virtual store, GRCAM merchandise such as COVID face mask, coffee mugs, posters, handbags, and t-shirts. All proceeds will go towards our film project. You can advertise your books, business on our platform. Thank you again for your support. If you don't understand English, I will provide a written transcript of this podcast on my live journal page. This podcast is an extension of the Grassroots Community Activist Movement. I created GRCAM because I got tired of all of the division among Black people. Pan-Africanism was not working for Black Americans. I wanted to start a new movement for Black people to unite, based on individuals who care about solving Black issues. I created GRCAM in 1991 on a site called Gopher. I wanted to create an organization that focused on specifically solving Black issues in America. I wanted to connect with other like-minded African Americans, Afro-Brazilians, Afro-Canadians, Afro-Caribbeans, Afro-Europeans, African immigrants, Afro-Latinos throughout the diaspora. I also wanted to build a bridge between the diaspora and continental Africans. I used this platform to interact with everyone on my friends list and everyone in my social group by giving Black business owners free airtime to promote their products and services. I give people in the faith community an opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, and ordinary law-abiding citizens an opportunity to share their their special talents and skills to my listeners from the podcast community. After the show, I offer my guest speakers an incentive by sharing with them how to create their own podcast and YouTube channel to earn extra revenue. I also assist people on my friends list with creating basic websites, finding college grants and scholarships, housing, and legal services, all for free. I will be hosting my online talk show every Thursday until I'm able to raise $500,000 for our film project, either through Facebook live stream, Google Meet, or YouTube live stream. Even if you are unable to participate, when you have a moment, please listen to the podcast and share it with your cyber friends. This will help get the ball rolling. If Thursday evenings are not good for you, then make arrangements with me to come on the show on another day, and we can do the show one-on-one. Instructions on how to participate on the show. First, watch my Facebook Live video called Side A. After I finish my presentation, then I will open up the virtual phone lines. Just click on the phone icon to interact with me in real time through Facebook Messenger as a voice call for Q&A. This will be called Side B. The reason why the time range from 8 o'clock p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Central Time is to give my international friends an opportunity to participate on the show. Tonight's topic, understanding American politics. The black grassroots and the black media is having an impact in the 2020 election. Donald Trump felt compelled to appeal to black voters. He displayed this so-called proposal with all kinds of coded words, bait, and switch language. I noticed Trump's platinum plan for black America is similar to that of another career politician who was also seeking the presidency, Mike Bloomberg. He also claimed to have an economic justice for black America called the Greenwood Initiative. He tried to take his message to the black church. The mainstream media was saying Mike Bloomberg's stop and frisk policy doesn't seem to be hurting his chances with black voters. And then, as soon as he went to Brown Chapel AME Church, the congregation turned their backs on him. He later dropped out of the race. According to Mike Bloomberg's plan, he wanted to create generational wealth through home ownership. His plan was to create 1 million homeowners by providing down payment assistance. Sounds like a loan to me. Getting millions banked and recognized by credit scoring companies, enforcing their lending laws, reducing foreclosures and evictions while increasing the supply of affordable housing. The first thing people should ask themselves is, what was Mike Bloomberg's last job? He was the mayor of New York City. If he did nothing for black homeowners in New York City, what makes you think that he's going to do something for black homeowners nationwide? We already noticed that Mike Bloomberg has a proven track record for not doing nothing for black people. His next plan was spur the creation of more than 100,000 new black-owned businesses. Again, I'm looking at black New Yorkers and see how well Mike Bloomberg performed. He made sure that there were plenty of means of black people to leave New York City. Next, he talked about committing $70 billion in neighborhoods that need it most. Keep in mind, you get all this vague language, funding, and technical support. Next, he talked about addressing systematic discrimination. Can anyone tell me the last time that the Civil Rights Division of Justice did anything to protect black people? In contrast, Donald Trump's Platinum Plan for Black America. I give the Trump administration credit for speaking about black people more than the Democrats. The Democrats are still on people of color or minorities. I noticed similarities, things in his plan, but no mention of punishment for road cops who have been killing black people left and right. Donald Trump is listening to mainstream media. They are pointing out that young black voters are not listening to Democrats. Let's see if Trump's plan for Black America will be exclusive just for blacks, or will he use broad terms like minority or immigrants? He started off with 4-point checklist, which is nothing more than empty words. He says such words as opportunity, security, prosperity, and fairness. It appears that Donald Trump decided to take notes from Bloomberg economic justice proposals. The first part of Trump's promise to Black America is 3 million new jobs for the black community, creating 500,000 new black-owned businesses, increase access to capital in black communities by almost 500 billion, safe urban neighborhoods with highest police standards. All of this sounds good, but when you start reading the fine print, that's where the trickery and the bad language comes out. Let's look at it piece by piece. Black economic empowerment and access to capital. These are trickle-down policies for everybody. They start off with black people, then they start talking about the trickery down policies. When they're talking about minority and tax cuts, they're talking about white women. Look at Trump's record while he was in New York City. In order to get black people on an even field with white people, there would need to be a wealth transfer in the trillions. We need businesses, something that we own, something that we can control, and something we can pass down. The next talking point Trump mentioned in his plan is increase the number of black-owned contracting businesses. We know his plan is a bunch of lies, and we're not taking him serious. But what is serious is that this is an admission on the Republican side. They heard what we have been saying, and they see the impact we are having on this election. The Democrats and the Republicans are both using the same playbook for the same people, the financial elites, also known as white supremacists. Joe Biden was born in Pennsylvania. He's supposed to be in the lead by 20 or 30 points. In other words, this should have been a slam dunk for him, but instead he is doing poorly to win over voters. He brought Kamala Harris with him. Her job is to help him galvanize the black vote, but she's not offering any tangibles. Kamala Harris spent 30 years helping white supremacists to inflict systematic racism on black people in California, and Joe Biden helped write these laws. Regardless of the outcome of the election in 2020, both political parties have to find a way to adjust the trends, because black voters are making it clear no political party will get our vote without bending the knee, offering tangibles, and punishing road cops. Mark Moriel is the president and CEO of the National Urban League. According to the Hollywood Reporter, he said, quote, "In the current climate of uncertainty and unrest, it's important to make a plan for voting, particularly for black voters." He goes on to say efforts to suppress the black vote are coming from all sides, whether it's restrictive state voting laws or foreign-based misinformation campaigns. My response to Mark is that he has been out of touch with the black community. He's trying to call the black grassroots and the black media foreign-based misinformation. But we flip the script on him and call him foreign-based because he does not work for the black community. He does not have a black agenda or black empowerment. He works for the interests of the financial elites who have been oppressing us for 400 years. At the end of the article, they list organizations that are supposed to be partnered with this Get Out the Vote, such as the NAACP, Color of Change, and National Action Network. Also they mentioned the NBA and Pepsi. Black people do not control the NAACP. These are front groups pretending to have the best interest for black people, and a bunch of do-nothing organizations like Color of Change and National Action Network. These organizations make their daily bread off of being tools for the white supremacist political machine. This is the time for us to show the world something that we have not shown over a century. That is consistency. When you have 13% of the population who have made it clear we are pursuing political change outside of the ballot box, that is a threat to the system. So, yeah, tonight, I'm being a little more political, and I like to be able to not just be confined in a box. The grassroots community activist movement is going to be not going to say that we're disorganized, but we're going to be able to, I would say, chew gum and walk too at the same time. So in other words, we want to be able to do different things. Again, I want to make sure that we be able to reach the youth, because after all, this organization is for them. So this organization can be passed down. I want to make sure that we have a business component that's going to help our entrepreneurs. I want to make sure we have a media department where that way we can have be able to reach a lot of people through that, and just reach our audience, people that's that likes entertainment. We want to be able to cater to that audience as well. But bottom line, we want to solve these social issues in the black community, starting in Chicago. I am encouraging everyone that's on my friends list and everyone that's in my social groups to just don't be afraid. This is how we're gonna, we have to communicate with each other. Bottom line, I could be doing the show, every day, but again, people, they have free will. If it was up to me, everybody would be on board. This organization would have been up and running, and it would have been a blessing, for the black community, as well as, for the African my African brothers and sisters on the continent. It would have been a blessing for them as well. This still can take place. Um, I believe, like I say, I prefer to have 30 people, um, 30 black middle class professionals, but I'm gonna just keep trying to do my best to try to, keep doing the show, um, and um, keep on praying about, that the Lord would connect me with brave and smart people to come forth, because I need um, smart boots on the ground here in the city of Chicago. But again, I do have to, make sure again that we're going to play it smart. COVID-19 is still out here, so that's that's disappointing. But we still have to. Life still goes on, and we have to just use this technology wisely. That's how come I'm online, to get my message out there, to try to recruit, brave and smart people, trying to connect with other like-minded individuals. It's not easy. And I definitely want to get this film project fully funded, so that way I could take this message to the next level, and that's the big screen, or also on DVDs. Generate capital from that, and for me to be in that a better position financially, so that way I can purchase property here in the city of Chicago as well as in Africa. Um, Start hosting our African trips through our nonprofit, and just trying to connect with continental Africans, so that way they can be familiar with the diaspora. Um, And I would also want us to be able to connect with African entrepreneurs, so that way we could try to discuss doing trade with them while we're over there visiting, doing the African tour. So that's basically what I would like to do. And with that said, the phone lines are now open. I'm going to wait around till about, I would say, at least 15 minutes. If I don't have any calls, then, we'll just call it a night. But again, I'm looking forward to having at least 10 people to co-host the show with me on November 10th. Um, I've been online for 29 years. On November 10th, that's the anniversary of Gurkam. And so, I'm real grateful again that I used my time wisely, and this year, back in May, our 501c3 has been approved, so that's a good thing. And I'm just doing the best that I can, like I say, trying to raise capital for this film project, so that way we can move this to the next level. Getting it on the screen, getting our message out there beyond cyberspace, letting people know that this is a real Christian business, and that we want to use our business to help eradicate urban violence through our programs and services to families that want to utilize our programs and services. And so that's basically all I'm trying to do. And I just want to make an impact. I'm not trying to make a flop. I want to make sure that I raise that 500,000, so that way I can attract quality film crew as well as quality actors, because that's my credibility to the film that I'm trying to make. And I just I take this stuff serious. That's all. This is not a game for me. That's why I use the title "Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos," because we can't sugarcoat this stuff. Sure, I want to have, like I say, balance where we can laugh and do different things in terms of the entertainment part of the business. But right now, it's about just trying to raise capital and connect with people, interact with people. And so, again, if it was up to me, everybody that's on my friends list would be participating on the show, participating in this film project, buying our merchandise from our virtual store, sharing our information, the video, the podcast, to help, get the ball rolling. But, well, um, let me stop rambling. And so, your cam is here. Even though the business, is virtual right now, I'm claiming I'm the business right now, but until I'm able to generate the capital to from the film to hire my staff and go ahead and make a positive, competitive black business that's going to help change our inner cities here in America, change what's going on the African continent through this Christian business. So I thank all of you that's want to be a part of this, those that really serious, that join my film project will go down in history with me and Sister Renee, as well as those who join the actual business once I get it up and running will go down in history with us. All right. Enough said, and I'm ready to take calls.